Hey everybody, so it's day 2 of the pre-holiday fitness challenge. Like yesterday, I want to start out by giving you your power habit. That's just to kind of emphasize the fact that daily living habits are more important than exercise alone. And that actually, today's habit is really going to drive that point home. Today we're going to work on something called boosting your NEAT. NEAT, N-E-A-T, is just an acronym for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which basically just means calories that you burn from activity that's not specifically related to doing intentional exercise. An example of that would be, when you wake up, you walk from your bed, whatever, you get dressed, you go to your car, right? That involved having to walk, right? So there's some energy burned, albeit very little, to do that activity, right? So in this day and age, most people's NEAT is super, super low because we basically go from our bedroom to our car to a cubicle, what have you. So we go from box to box to box, really no movement in between, okay? So NEAT is more important than exercise, and I'll explain why. If you only work out, a half an hour, 3 times a week, it's 90 minutes of activity throughout the course of 7 24-hour days. That's just nothing, right, in comparison to the rest of your life, okay? So what we need to do to ensure that you reach your goals is to increase the amount of non-exercise related activity. And when we say exercise, again, we're talking about working out, okay? So how can we increase our NEAT? Well, the way that I want you to track it is by looking at, if you can, what's the average amount of steps that you take? Is it 2,000? Is it 5,000? Is it 18,000? The amount that people take steps, it varies, widely. What I want you to do is just increase it somewhere 10 to 20%. So you can check out your average steps, do a little bit of math. All I'm asking you to do is increase it from 10 to 20. So if I'm walking 5,000 steps and I want to increase by 20%, I'm just going to go ahead and try to walk 6,000 steps. Is that right? So other forms of NEAT that I'm not going to ask you to track, but it would be great if you did. Instead of parking as close as you can to whatever store you're at, try to park as far away as you possibly can. This way you've got to walk to and from, right? Other ways that you can do this is basically when you get into a building or something, try to take the steps wherever you are, both up and down, rather than taking the elevator, kind of no matter how far away it is that you are going. The best way to do this, the most convenient way, is, just take walks, right? Walking is, I think, the elixir for almost everything. But for mindfulness, walking is the best thing. This is where you get good ideas. This is where you can kind of be on your own and reflect on conversations and interactions that you've had. It really is a meditation. You can also, of course, listen to music, podcasts, whatever. But it's just a great meditation, getting up and walking. It's like the most primal thing you could possibly do. #Liver King. Just kidding. So let's see. That power habit, again, is increasing your NEAT. So I want you to increase your steps per day. That's how we're measuring this goal. Somewhere between 10 and 20% higher than what you usually do. Okay, moving on to the challenge workout. This is what I'm calling basically a sandwich. It's a sandwich style workout where you're going to do one thing, a bunch of other little things, and then one other thing. So it's going to be exercises sandwiched between 2 of the same exercise. I'll just tell you how it goes. The first thing that you're going to do is 8 alternating Turkish get-ups. If you don't know how to do a Turkish get-up, your life is about to change. So for the Turkish get-up, I'm going to have one arm up. Typically, people will hold a dumbbell, a kettlebell. You can hold anything. You can hold a gallon of water. If you don't know how to do the Turkish get-up, I advise you start with no weight at all. Anyhow, if you're using your right arm, right leg is going to be up because you're going to push off this side of your body to sit up to your forearm. We're getting closer and closer to standing all the way up. Okay, then we're going to move to the palm. And each series in this exercise should be done slowly. From the palm, we go up to the hips, and we make room for the leg to sweep. Notice how when I do my sweep, I don't have my foot like this. Then I'm not going to get stuck. I sweep through. Now I'm in kind of a lunge position where I'm going to stand upright and then stand up. All right, I've still got my arm up, by the way, nice and straight. To come back down, I'm going to sit back with the opposite foot. I'm going to reach out, not totally behind me because I don't want to sit on my foot. And then I sweep back through. lower my hips back down, and safely relax to the floor. That's one Turkish get-up. Then I'll do the other side. 2, 3, 4, and so on until I've done 8 of those, okay? That's the bread on top of your sandwich. And then you're gonna do 4 sets. So you do 8 Turkish get-ups, alternating, 8 total, okay? And then you do 4 sets of an exercise I created called a posture sit-up, where you're not gonna use anything to cover your feet or to anchor your feet, and you're gonna sit up with the best posture that you can. I think of it as peeling my spine off the floor vertebrae by vertebrae, starting with my neck, all the way up to between my shoulder blades to my low back. And then I layer it back down, starting with my low back, middle back, upper back, neck, and head. That's a posture sit-up. And then up at the top, I sit tall instead of being, doing like this kind of garbage sit-up, right? I'm basically trying, how like the vampire sits out of the coffin with like really good posture? That's how you could also call these vampire sit-ups. So very good. 4 sets of 10 posture sit-ups, and then 20 total walking lunges. So I love walking lunges because it's like walking, but with great exercise. So you're gonna do lunges, but you're essentially going to walk. 1, stop in the middle, 2, and you're alternating. If you don't have much space, you could do them in place, that's fine. So far, we're gonna do 4 sets, 10 posture sit-ups, 20 walking lunges, then 30 seconds per side of a side plank. I want the hips high, almost like you're creating an arch, so not straight, and obviously not sagging to the ground. Big hips, and if you're really cool, do your side plank on your hand, okay? And then after you've done 4 sets of that, you're gonna finish your sandwich. It's a very filling sandwich. You're gonna finish it with another 8 Turkish get-ups. Brutal. Yeah. All right, so that's basically it. This video is long enough. So like I said yesterday, you'll be getting an email with this video, plus a written version of the trainings, and a Facebook post. In order to be entered into the draw to win, you need to make sure that you participate in some way, whether it's responding to the email or commenting on the Facebook post to tell me how you're doing. I need to know that you're involved and you're doing something, all right? If you've looked at the email, you are also eligible to book a fitness strategy call with me. That means I will take time to talk to you about what your goals are. There will be no sales pressure, nothing. I just will make myself available to tell you what I think is the best thing you could do for your goals. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm giving you a gift for Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. I don't know any other holidays around this time of year. Okay, love you. Bye.